Hello, hello everyone. It's your girl Asia from Home Reigns Fangirl channel. Welcome back to my channel. We are officially on my season 7 review for Degrassi. One of my least favorite seasons. A season I never ever go back and rewatch. Ever. I feel like and it's so funny because a lot of people like to say it's season 5 or season 6 that shows the low quality that Degrassi has turned to. Honestly, for me, it was season 7, 8, and 9. I feel like, and I honestly feel this way. I think Degrassi was really hell bent on ending the show after season 9. I really do feel so. And I feel like it got redeemed for a season 10 so it can appeal more to the newer audience like me, kids growing up in that 2000 era. I just feel like in the 2010 era, I just feel like as much as I'm not really a big fan of season 10 because it's really fucking long and it's like filled with filler, I'm definitely going to take season 10 over 8 and 9 any day because 8 and 9 I don't rewatch them at all. I do not care for those seasons. I don't even rewatch season 7 because I feel like this season had nothing to do with the OG characters. It had to do with the newer kids who are going to be in the other seasons for the newer generation. Like, I feel like for season 7, you have Darcy, Manny, and Emma, and Toby and Liberty here, but yet, what storylines did they get? The only storyline I can really remember that Emma had was the whole Dragon Girl storyline where it got her back to thinking about her anorexia again. Was she too big for the dress because the girl said her size was the largest one they made? Manny, once again, gets no storylines outside of being with guys. She had the whole relationship with Damon, and then I actually liked her and Jay's build up. They're one of my favorite couples in Degrassi. I actually liked them. I feel like they had a lot of fucking chemistry with each other, and I feel like it was about time that she actually got with someone who actually fucking loved and cared for her and wanted her to put herself first. So I'm not mad that they put her with Jay. It's just like why were they so hell bent on just putting Manny right back in relationships after she would get out of one? Huh? No, no I can't even begin to tell you. I feel like the only character from the OGs that got like a lot of screen time to me in this season was Darcy and Jimmy. I feel like Jimmy had a lot of storylines in season 7. He had the whole relationship with Ashley, broke up with her, him falling in love with that other girl, and his what's they call it in his physical therapy. Um, he had the whole storyline with him catching his dad having an affair. Like he just had too many storylines, and it's just like I really don't give a fuck. I never care for Jimmy's character. I feel like Darcy's storyline, her sexual assault storyline, was definitely the highlight of this season. I feel like had that not been the highlight storyline for this season, I promise you, a lot of people would have stopped watching after season 7. A lot of people say they stopped watching after season 8, and a lot of people say they stopped watching after season 9. Me personally, I would have stopped watching after season 7 had Darcy's storyline not been the highlight of this season. Spinner having cancer always felt random as fuck to me. I don't care what nobody say. It always felt random because it's just like, huh? Like, and I just told this to my sister. I feel like Spinner is one of those OG characters from season 1 that I feel like never really got much storylines about himself. The first storyline you could have gave him about his own individual character, you give him cancer, and it's like, okay, you give him what they call it, genital cancer, right? It's like okay, because we know that Spinner is very masculine, and when he has cancer that's revolving around his manhood, he doesn't feel as much as a man. And it's like, okay, you could have gave him a different storyline about that other than it have instead of him having to get cancer. I don't know. As much as emotional his cancer storyline was, it always feel random as fuck to me because it's like Spinner is just really them OG. Is one of is for real. I don't give a fuck what no one say. Is really one of them characters from the OG era that I feel like he's up there with like Liberty and JT and Toby, with characters who's been here since season one, and yet they have suffered to ever get an episode just about them. They never got a lot of character study. Hell, even Marco had more character study than Spinner and JT and Toby and Liberty. And hell, I don't even like him all like that. Spinner's definitely one of them characters I feel like lack substance. Like, I fuck with Spinner, I do. And I do feel like he does get better when he gets older, because he really was shitty when he was like, I feel like around season 3 he was like shitty, and then 4 he was shitty, and then season 5 you start to see he was redeeming himself, and then season 6 he does nothing for the most part. Season 7 he's with Jane, he catch cancer. So y'all get my point, right? Y'all get my point. He lacks substance. I feel like they should have did more with Spinner's home life. That's just how I feel. They could have did something much more with his character. So for him to just catch cancer in the season always felt random as fuck to me. They're still doing college storylines, which I never don't care for. I don't know why they was just so hell bent on doing college storylines. These fucking B plots were always college storylines. I really don't give a fuck. I did not care about Manny's relationship with Damon. Why it even had to become a thing. I do not care about Liberty catching feelings for Damon. Why did that have to become a thing? Like, they really used this nigga character to bot from Manny, to bot from Emma, to bot from fucking Liberty. That's crazy. They used that nigga character for that storyline. That's insane. Now, for Emma and Manny to date the same nigga, that's nasty because they're best friends. But when Liberty did it, when Liberty kissed Damon, I wasn't really mad, because it's like, it's only disgusting on her part because he's in a relationship. But to me, I feel like Liberty and Emma are not friends, so it's not really like she's breaking the girl code. Even though in this season they're hell bent on trying to tell you, oh, Emma and Liberty and Manny have always been a 3-girl trio. No, the fuck they haven't. They barely spoke to this girl the entire fucking school year they've been here. It's always been Emma and Manny. Emma and Manny are a fucking trio, not Emma and Manny and fucking Liberty. They really want to make you feel like after JT died that they always been a fucking trio. They barely talk to Toby. They barely talk to Liberty. I don't want to hear the shit. I don't want to hear it. See, Degrassi do this dumb shit. They try to make you feel like, oh, these motherfuckers always been friends. Shit, where? Because I've been watching this show over and over again, and I've never seen none of these motherfuckers hang out until this very season. Shut the fuck up. You're not going to try to play my mind. No. Alex and Paige break up in this season. It's like, no matter how many storylines they got, how much screen time they got for their fucking relationship, they could never ever get their relationship right. It's like Alex and Paige will get together and then automatically they will break up. It's like, what the hell? It's like, if you are not hell bent or doing something with them being in a relationship, why the fuck even drag? Me personally, I don't think Paige and Alex had a right to be in game. I know a lot of other people do in the fandom. Me personally, I don't think so. I don't think they would have survived being in game, because Alex said something very interesting in episode 3 of season 7. She doesn't make plans. She kind of just goes with the flow, right? And I think with Paige, it was more of a dependency, not more like a relationship. I do think she loved Paige, but it was more a dependency. Like, if she's with Paige, Paige's going to take care of planning. Paige's going to take care of the bills. Paige's going to take care of that car note. She's going to make sure they have groceries, because she can depend on Paige. But Paige cannot depend on Alex, because Alex is very wishy-washy. Her brain is kind of all over the place. She's kind of scattered within her life. She is not stable. Therefore, she could not do stability. If you gave Alex a list of household things to get, I promise you she would not get it, because she would be distracted. So that alone explains their relationship would not work, because Paige is consistent and Alex is not. Alex is not consistent because, like she said, she doesn't make plans. She doesn't go with plans. She kind of just go with the flow. So in season 7, Alex and Paige break up, which it was like, to me, long overdue. I didn't feel like it was long overdue, because I know a lot of people feel like they should be in game. Me personally, I don't think so. I feel like when you watch season 5 now, you kind of could see their relationship was never going to last. It was never gonna last because it was never a yes or no. Are we gonna actually do this, or are we just gonna call it quits? It was really this whole back and forth tugging, this whole tug and pull, and it's like at this point, kind of over it, to where it's like I don't care for any of these characters anymore. I don't care for the relationship. Um, they really made like Holly J the like mean girl, the kind of like it girl, and it's like I never really cared for Holly J's character. Yes, she had good character development, but I never cared for her character. One thing about Holly J though is I could say she was really a bitch. She was really bitch. Like especially towards Anya, she was really fucking mean. Like when she told Anya that when Anya was stuttering in class when the teacher called her on to read, and she said that you're having trouble because your dyslexia makes you feel like because you're dyslexic, so you can't read. I thought that was fucking mean. It's like, damn girl, this is supposed to be your friend. You making fun of her reading disability? Damn, some type of friend you are. I just thought that shit was crazy. Ellie does nothing. Why the fuck is Mia still here? Like I said, Darcy's storyline was definitely the highlight of this season. Everything with her sexual assault was the fucking highlight. Anything else outside of that, I do not care. This season had 24 fucking episodes. Golly, I feel bad for anyone who watched this shit on TV. To sit through 24 episodes of a season that does not matter outside of one storyline. That's insane. Like, because I can tell you that I really felt like I was not going to finish watching this show after season 7. And to be honest, I didn't really watch season 8 or 9 for real. For real. The only thing I watched in those seasons was the Johnny and Allie storyline. Anything else outside of that, I really can't fucking tell you because, again, they just kept adding on characters. That was Degrassi's special sauce. New characters. New characters. New characters. You could make a whole fucking song about it. Like, what could chicken new characters? It's just like they just kept bringing in new students and they forget about the kids they've been doing shit with to give these new students a lot of that's literally what season 7 feel like. Season 7, the OGs don't do anything. Emma, Manny, and all of them, they really don't get no storylines outside of a few things. Like, Manny got the whole storyline with wanting to go to college for acting. She was with Jay. They broke up. Blah, blah, blah. Emma really does nothing this season. Like, I know I said season 6 is probably a season she does nothing in, which is true. I don't feel like she had much storylines around her character. You could go ahead and add season 6 to that pile because I feel like season 6 she did nothing either. Like, she didn't really do shit. Season 7 she didn't do anything except date Damon, and that was it. And then, like I said, they gave her the whole dragon girl storyline, which I actually like about her being insecure about her body weight. But that was it. Toby, you're still here. They you know, with the Liberty shit, I am gonna be real about this shit. I feel like with Liberty's character, if you were never going to do anything with her character after her pregnancy storyline, why the fuck was she still here? As smart as that girl was, she could have graduated early and she could have left the fucking show. Why keep her on an extra season? No, fuck that. Why keep her on 2 extra seasons if you were never going to do anything with her character? That in of itself makes no sense. And then her and Manny and Emma all going to the same college, that in of itself makes no fucking sense. Because there was no talk of them ever trying to attend the same university. And it doesn't make sense when none of them have ever hung out. They're not really friends. Emma and Manny are friends, and Manny is probably friends with Liberty. But Liberty and fucking Emma are not friends. They're just friends due to the circumstances because they're in the same fucking classroom. So it's like, oh, I gotta be friends with you because we're in the same grade. But with Liberty, I do see the frustration with, you know, fans from the Degrassi fandom who like her. Me personally, I can care less for Liberty. She does nothing for me on the screen. She's never had any storyline I ever care for outside of her being pregnant. She never was really one of them characters that I really care for because until season 5, she was just a certified extra. It did nothing with her. She was just that character that just was either talking too much. She was always a bookworm. So you don't really understand where that drive of being perfect and can't have fun or anything like that comes from. They should have did more with that. Instead, they just had Liberty on the show. And then it's like And it's like in season 7, you do nothing with her. And I feel like they really try to make. I really feel like they treated Liberty like she was ugly. Like, I'm not even gonna hold. I really do feel like they treated Liberty like she was ugly. But I feel like in season 7, she had a really good glow up. In 8 and 9 too, she was pretty as fuck. Like, Liberty was really pretty. I do feel like they should have did more with her character. Not even gonna hold. I feel like had they did more with her character, I'm pretty sure I could have grew to like her. They should have did more with her character. I just feel like when I watched season 7, it's like, damn, this girl was pregnant. They completely put her whole pregnancy storyline on the back burner after the whole part 1 and part 2 episodes with JC trying to kill himself. She gives up her baby. They did one episode with her grieving that she would never see her child again, and then that was it. They never did anything with JT after he swallowed a lot of oxycodone. They should have did more character intel with that. He should have had gotten an episode or something. Season 6, she gets no fucking storylines at all. She's just there. They literally just pushed her in the whole JT and Mia shit because she did nothing in that season. Season 7, she does nothing. It's like, whoa, literally spent this entire show doing a whole lot of nothing. So it's like, if you were still going to do that with her after the storyline she did in 5 and 6, why the fuck is she still here? She could have graduated early. I definitely agree. It's just dumb. So I'm done talking about season 7. Fuck this season. It's boring. I would never watch this season ever again. Like I said, this season never gets a rewatch out of me. I forgot to give season 6 a grade. I'm giving season 6 for Degrassi a 10 out of 10. Season 7 gets a 2 out of 10. I don't give a fuck. It's really that bad. It's bad. The only thing I really enjoy from this season is the Darcy storyline. That's it. I don't watch nothing else. I do want to say that I am going to do Degrassi next class season reviews as well, because there is some shit I do want to get off my chest when it comes to Degrassi next class. And I figure since I did get done rewatching those seasons last year, I figure I could do a season review on those too. So, like I said, I'm gonna be just gonna be doing my Degrassi season review stuff. And like I said, if I ever get in that mood to where I do want to like go back and review episodes, I will, because I was kind of enjoying that. My only thing is, I don't want to watch every episode from the season and review it. So I think for season 12 and 13, if I was to bring the series back, I might just pick out maybe 5 or 10 episodes that are my favorites and just review those. I think that's what I'm gonna do. But as far as Degrassi Next Generation, next class, yes, season reviews is still on, and I'm gonna be, doing my cartoon content. Like I always say, catch you guys in my next video. Y'all have a good day.